It's almost my baby's first birthday, and I got this cozy coupe to turn it into something really cute for his birthday. Are you so excited? Can you say dada? Close enough. So I'm going to show you step by step how I'm turning this cozy coupe into something super cute for his beach surf themed birthday. I've seen this trend where a lot of people are turning these into like golf themed birthday things. I'm going to be turning it into like a Volkswagen beach cart. I'm going to show you the prices for everything, where I found everything, and how you can do this too. So this is the cozy coupe I secured. Obviously it's a little pink and feminine. This was $30, Facebook Marketplace. I think they usually go for about $65. As you can see, it's been well loved. I already power washed it as well as I can to get all of the gunk out of the cracks and crevices. There was even some lovely Play-Doh crammed into the gas cap that I was able to get out, but you can see it's stained blue. But come with me as I take on this project. Next step is sanding. Pro tip, I was just able to remove the gas cap, and there is, you can't really tell, but there's some scariness in there. Probably like at least 20 years of dead spiders. So I'm gonna lay it on that side to let it drain. Oh my gosh, I can see in now. Yeah, that's frightening. That is terrifying. So I'm gonna try to drain that out. So I'm going to hit it with the sander. This is a pretty high grit. I'm gonna start with that because I really wanna rough up the surface so that this can't peel, chip, anything like that. So I'm hoping that this really high grit will help. I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing, so this is either gonna be a funny video or one where it actually works out. Okay, I actually think this grit is way too high. I'm also thinking about all the microplastics that I am absolutely breathing in. Had to get out of the sun because I am so burned. It's not even funny. But found out 120 seems to really be the best grit for this project. I tried a super high grit first and it was just really chipping it up too much, whereas 120 is really leaving it like fluffy to where I feel like the paint will stick well. So if you do this, 120. All right, so I've roughed up the whole thing pretty well. As you can see, a lot of plastic dust is coming off of it, so I'm gonna give it a really good wipe down before hitting it with some primer. And I'm also going to take these eyes off. There's just 4 screws, so it should be pretty easy. Okay, so in terms of the rest of the pieces, I'm gonna pop these out. There's one on the front and one on each side. The license plate comes automatically blank, so I ordered a custom plate to go there, but these are all getting replaced, so I gotta pop those out. I also ordered stickers to go over this, so these do pop out, but I'm just gonna keep them there because I'm just gonna put a sticker over top of them. So that's what we got so far. Next, I'm gonna take off pieces like this that affect the painting. This is the little block for the door, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that off. We're gonna set things like this aside. I'll show you what else I'm able to get apart. I'm pretty sure if I pull out these little buttons, I'll be able to take the roof off. So I'm gonna try that. If you do take on this project, I recommend getting a mask. I wish I had one, but I didn't have an extra one from the last time I spray painted, because the microplastics are, I mean, crazy. I recruited my husband's help and we're trying to get this off. So we got it apart. One down. This part is gonna be white and this part is gonna be blue. So it would just be easier if I could get the roof off to then paint everything. This has by far been the hardest part so far. So these pins look like this. They're long plastic pins that screw. and this one just refuses to come out. So really this thing is just not meant to be taken apart, but we were able to get one. I'm gonna super clean all that, but that's what they look like. You having fun? Yes. Okay, so here's what we got. We got the roof off. Honestly, we had to manhandle this thing. I'm gonna clean out all of that, and then we're gonna get our first coat of primer on. So after day one, here's where we're at. It's looking very sanded, but I got a lot of that sanding residue off just from giving it one more good rinse. Got all the algae off. Gonna let all these things dry and hit them with primer tomorrow. Back for day two. I'm gonna bag off the wheels. I heard that they were incredibly hard to get off and put back on, so I'm just gonna bag and tape them off, and then I'm gonna spray the primer. I got the whole thing bagged and taped off. Of course, a bird just pooped on it, so I get to take care of that, but we're gonna start actually painting today. So one can was not enough. So now I just need to tape off the design for what's gonna stay white versus what's gonna stay blue. I don't know why this part is actually so hard to get it like symmetrical. Well, fun fact, if you're into crunchy stuff like we are, this is actually the paint we use for our baby's nursery, and it's Bare Premium Plus. It's Green Guard certified, which means it has low VOCs, which is the chemical off-gassing from paint. So high VOCs would be things like spray paint. Low VOCs would be something like this. I know this is wall paint, but I'm trying to do this on a budget, so I'm gonna use it and see if it works. If it peels off, I'll go get spray paint. I don't know if it's a terrible idea or not to freehand this, but I just couldn't get the painter's tape to lay correctly. I'm trying to open my paint with a screw because I'm too lazy to go get the build set, and it actually worked. People thought I was crazy when I picked this color for his nursery, but I love it. Last night on Etsy, I ordered all of the custom little decals for like the headlights, and there's like custom little nameplates you can get. I guess a lot of people upcycle these things. It's becoming like a trend, so there's all these different themes. A lot of people turn these into golf carts for like hole-in-one for a first birthday party theme. His first birthday is gonna be the big one, like the big wave. It's the big one. So it's very like surf themed. I'm probably doing too much, but that's the kind of mom I'm gonna be. He's currently teething. Actually, his first tooth popped out today, so he's been a little bit on the fussy side. This paint is about a year old, and something I'm noticing is it is kind of on the runny side, so I'm gonna go get something to try to stir it. All I could find were these kebab sticks, so. I just finished painting the base layer, and I love it. Whoa! Back for another day. I think today I can assemble everything. The baby's currently down for a nap. I realized I completely forgot to do the door, so working on that. But here's how it's looking. Ended up just freehanding this, and I think it turned out pretty good. I went over everything with a clear gloss, so it has a little shine to it. So hopefully that will prevent any chipping or damage. But from other forums I saw, it only really chipped around the door, so I'm just making sure to really add a solid amount of clear coat to like hinges, doors, things like that. But really, with how much I sanded this and roughed it up, like the paint is in there. I'm not anticipating it to really chip, so we'll see. So I ran out of white paint, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint the little latch for the door black. For this project, I had to order about half the stuff from Amazon and half from Etsy, so I'm going to show you everything I ordered. This is probably the thing I'm the most excited about. This is automotive trim, and it's not actually blue, it just has film on it. But basically this is adhesive trim that I'm going to take around all of the edges. That's just going to really add a border and tie things together. So ordered that from Amazon. The next thing I ordered, so the wheels are purple. If you look at the car that I have, these are hubcap emblems. I think I'm not an automotive person. Hubcap emblems, and there are actual Volkswagen ones that you can order that are like an actual car part, but they were like $40. So these were $10. And then I got some super shiny silver Cricut permanent vinyl, and I'm gonna put the Volkswagen logo on these with Cricut vinyl, and then put these on the hubcaps that are currently purple on the car. And then last but not least, I haven't decided if I love this yet or not, but the cars that I've seen people do, they're buying an actual, there goes my AC, they're buying an actual Volkswagen emblem for a physical car. Those run about 30 to 40 bucks depending. I thought about maybe going to a junkyard and seeing if I could just find one, but I don't really feel like doing all that. If I can't order it on Amazon, it just doesn't get done. So instead I found this chrome peace sign that I'm gonna add on the front. The only thing I'm not sure about is if it's too small. So I'll figure that out once I get to the part where I'm going to add all the emblems and whatnot. And then hopefully the Etsy order will get here soon so I can show you the last half of all the decals that I ordered for this car. It's really coming together. So right now I'm in Cricut Design Space getting ready to design the hubcap covers. And as I figured, because of copyright reasons, the Volkswagen logo is not available in Cricut Design Space, but thankfully it's just a V and a W, so I can make it super easily. I put this purple circle in there as a placeholder for the actual size of the hubcap. And then this black circle is me starting my design so I can see how it's actually going to look and be sized on the hubcap. I'm getting ready to add the V and the W, and then I'm just gonna cut out 4 of them and put it onto the little plastic hubcaps. And I'm watching Married at First Sight while I do it. Okay, welcome to my little craft desk in our basement. I call it my craft corner. My husband hung up some shelves, I put some lights up, and this is where I just kind of sit and create, make, whatever. I just kind of retreat here, and it's where I do my little hobbies. This is what we got for the Volkswagen logo, so now I just need to cut it out on my Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut, seriously, invest. My sister-in-law found this one for me at a garage sale for $10. This is the original one I had, the Cricut Joy. It only does 4x6, whereas this can do 12x12 plus. But this was the first little Cricut. I still use this one to make cards or for smaller projects. This one's a lot of fun, but I don't think they actually make this one anymore. We are very close to the end of this project. Also, I had to share today's drink because it looks a little cray-cray, but it's very on brand with this. This is the coconut blue cold foam from Starbucks, and it's blue spirulina powder, which if you're into the crunchy community like I am, it's great for the antioxidants, anti-inflammatory for the body, all the things. So very happy to see that. We're actually using blue spirulina for his birthday party. I'm gonna make his first birthday cake, and I'm gonna make it look like waves with blue spirulina powder, so on brand. Today I'm gonna start adding on the, I don't know where I put it, but the trim, the silver trim. It does have a strong adhesive from other users. It's so funny, all the parts that I showed you guys from Amazon, if you look at the review images, it's a lot of moms doing the same exact thing, changing their Little Tikes into actual cars and not actually people using them for cars, because these are actual car parts for real physical vehicles. But today I'm going to add on the trim. A lot of moms said they did not need to use extra glue. I also have some like liquid nails, but I'm going to try just the adhesive on the trim first and see how that holds. And then this is how the little hubcaps turned out, and I'm seriously so in love. There is some little ridging a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, but I went ahead and I sprayed them with some clear coat gloss, so it will hopefully lock it in for years and years and years to come. So we're gonna start assembling today. Also, if you do this, these are the 70mm covers. Clear Gorilla Glue. These do have an adhesive backing, but I just don't trust that this is going to be sticky for a lifetime. So doing this way with my Cricut, I only spent 10 bucks versus 40 if I would have gotten the actual car part. There are some overlapping sections like here and here and here that I'm a little worried about. So I'm just gonna hit them with some of this to make sure they really stay. I could also see a kid just like picking and pulling it off. So I'm just gonna make sure they're super secure. Just got my Etsy package with the 3D printed custom signs. So this is going to be on the back. This is going to be on the front. And then these are the little emblems for the side. So I'm just going to super glue them on. I was hoping that they came 3D printed with the actual, like, I'll show you. You can see how there's actual holes so that I could just kind of stick them in. But I'm going to have to glue them. And it's gonna be so cute. What was that? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Good morning, friends. Just got a package from the Toy Restore. These are the decals for the headlights and taillights. So I'm gonna install those today. And I also wanted to update you on the paint situation. So it's probably because I used like wall paint, but it is peeling a little bit where the door connects. I even used polyurethane and clear coat on this. So like I used some furniture polyurethane just on that spot to really hard seal it. But so far it is still taking that paint off right there. So I think I'm just gonna let the perfectionist in me die on that one, and it looks fine when the door's closed. So whoops. I'm not sure how I like the stickers. They did not lay flat at all, because this is kind of bubbles out a little, so they look like that, and I'm not sure if I like them. And the taillights, same deal, and the sticker was actually a little too small. So I do think it helps it like pop more, but that's agitating. This is probably the craziest part of this project that I've done. I once saw this video of someone restoring plastic on I think it was a car, using a like torch, and I have this cooking torch. The steering wheel is really faded and gray, so I'm just gonna try to hit it with this torch to see if that brings it back to life a little, and I might catch this whole thing on fire. This is cool. It's like 90 degrees today and our AC is running full force, but I'm determined to finish this project today because I only have 2 steps left. The surfboard on top and the Volkswagen emblem for the front. And that's it.